Alright, this is Beyond the Sun's official solo mode. I did a video with the unofficial mode. I have reconfigured the same systems and technology order, but now I've randomized all the other official solo component things. This will help you see the difference between how they play, their difficulty, and how things play out. I have not done anything to stack any of these other decks. They're just whatever they are is how they are. Just the first couple systems are the same. I made sure that there's at least that baseline between the two for a direct comparison. Now I guess it's time for me to play the game. The Anarchists always take the first turn, so they're going to flip this card and do what it says. First, they're going to put a level 1 ship in deep space. And they're not done there. They're then going to jump 2. Well, currently they want to jump to the top left, so they're going to select 2 ships to jump up here. Then after their jump is done, they're going to take control. Now they don't care about going to Den anymore. They're going to care about the top right system instead. And then they're going to attempt to do a blue level 2 research. They don't qualify. They're going to attempt to do a red. They don't qualify, so they're going to do a green level 1. And rather than have to automate and give them resources and stuff, I just get to put one of their cubes here. They've done it. Huzzah. Their turn is complete. Now it is my turn. Well, I'll follow the same pattern I did last time. And I will go to Advanced Genetics, automate a plant, and then I will choose to take an ore. There's no setup bonus for my board, so I get a little less to work with in this mode. And that makes it their turn. They get a level 2 in deep space, and then they attempt to research a level 2 yellow, and they can't. They can't do a yellow 2 red either. So they're going to do a level 1 red. Huzzah. That is their entire turn. We're back to me and flowing quickly. I am going to do my level 2 slot using all of my resources to figure out what happens over here. Alright, so I go here, and it's Deep Space Piracy. If he had triggered it, he'd get another ship. Since it's mine, I get to either jump or make a ship. I really don't like turning my early crates into ships, so I'm going to take the jump, and I'm actually pretty happy with this. It's going to let me get rid of a disc. I'd have been happier if it was a plant. And get an ore, at least it's something. And then that's it for that. Now let's find out what my green technology options look like. Ooh, 2 really good ones. Well, jump 1 would have sounded pretty good a second ago. Now I'm just going to go for load up on resources. And I can do this either way, but I don't have people and I need them, so I'm going to do that. Take my 2 ore from Biosynaptics 2. I don't have anything to copy and I almost never do anyway. The bottom effect is just so good to load up on production and stuff. Sometimes you do because the situation demands it. I don't do anything with this Anarchist card. Those are only when he does the research. So I've done all of my stuff, my event, my tech discovery, and my production. His turn. He is going to attempt to colonize. Well, he doesn't qualify. Then he's going to jump 1. His current system preference is up here. So he's going to jump 1. He's going to put a system control disk on there. That line is done. Now he's going to draw and resolve the next action card. Dun dun dun. And he's going to jump 2, which he can't do because he only ever jumps out of deep space. He doesn't try to rearrange his fleet. So he's going to get a level 2 in deep space. He's going to get +1 doom no matter what. This just disc is gone. Game is aggressively going down the tubes here. He's going to try to do a level 2 green. Well, that is bad timing for me because not only does he get a level 2 green, that unlocks his card and gets stacked on top of his deck. I can see what it is though. I know next turn he's going to get a doom and do the next card. It's actually one of the worst cards to get right away, because he's just going to eat through his doom track really rapidly. This game is on a tight clock for me now. I was saying it was a bad thing that he was putting this card on top, because he was going to get to put it in his discard pile and then reshuffle it in the next turn and play his level 2 more rapidly. It turns out that's not really the case here, because he's going to instead play this card, get an extra card, forcing him to shuffle his active discard pile, and this card's still in play. So my next turn, or his next turn, is not going to be as awful as it could have been. It's still right back to me. We're done with that. Talking about it takes a lot more time than just doing it. I like the way this flows. I'm going to go do a advanced robotics, get my other type of production online, get my immediate benefit, and then while I can, I'm going to take 2 more people. Always need people in this game. Now he's going to do extreme wealth gap, +1 doom, saw that coming. He's going to draw and resolve the next card, which required him to shuffle. And he is going to put a level 2 spacecraft in deep space. And then he is going to research a level 2 red. This level 2 red spot is available. He flipped it, so he gets the anarchist triggered effect. Upgrade one of his ships by 1. You must choose a ship not in deep space. Well, I can pick either of these. Right now he's focused on the top right system, so I don't want to help him with that. I'm going to upgrade one of these instead. Event complete. He's going to get his action card stacked on top. I'm going to put it like this so that I can look at it. And then he's going to research a red tech. His research for the red tech is actually the same as the fan-made one. Bravo on that. We never looked at it before making this. He just gets the first valid red tech, but he ignores all the text on it. That's just what that slot is now, if I wanted to go there. So next turn, he's going to make another ship, and then he's going to jump and take over the top right column. And he's actually going to get a level 3 red right away because of this path. There's nothing I can do about that. That's kind of scary. Speaking of scary, it's my turn. Yes, that's right. I think I'm scary. I'm going to go get the green one first and see what that does for me. So I'm going here with a level 2 action. It does cost me 2 ore. Flip the event and see what happens. I remove Professor's Guild. These events don't give me a choice, they tell me which one. And -1 doom. Excellent. Love getting the -1 doom. The +1 doom sucks. Alright. I ignore his card, but now I go get greens since I was looking for green tech options. And guess what? I'm looking for ways to do level 2s. So as much as I love mass cloning, and I really do love mass cloning, this is the one that lets me advance the game right now. I already have all the resources I need to use it, so I'm just going to take 2 more population and stock up on that while crate supplies last. They're not going to last much longer. And my turn is complete. Alright, as noted, he's going to make a level 2 ship in deep space. Then he's going to jump 2 of these deep space ships to the top right. He is ready to colonize next time that comes up. And he's going to research a level 3. Ooh, this stinks. Because not only does he get this event, Anarchist triggered. Skip regular production on my next turn. Good thing I have extra population. Was there something at the top of that I totally ignored? Remove Meta Science Guild. Alright. And this one I was supposed to remove Terraforming Guild. I often get so excited about which part of this card am I looking at that I forget the very top. I wish we had put that in a completely different color so it just really stood out. Easy thing to do, make sure you don't mess that up. He's going to get his new card and put it on top, Hyperspace Blockade. He's going to make it hard for me. When this card is set aside, you can only jump at most once in a turn, but I can return a ship to place the card on the discard pile. And then he's going to draw an extra card. That's not the worst one. In fact, I kind of like returning pathetic ships as population. It almost helps me with this first level 1 ship. He's flipping for red right now. There it is. We have a red tech. If 5 mana is too much for you, you might be a red tech. Got nothing. Red deck. I made myself remember a joke. I don't know why I decided to tell it in the middle of the stream, but here we are. His turn is complete. That makes it mine. I want to go do a level 3 research. 2 ore. Create a dude. Convenient. Put a dude on a level 3 slot. Alright, player triggered. Remove 2 ships of my choice back to deep space. Well, he's ready to do this one. If I send that back to deep space, that'll slow him down there. He's about to try to come up here as well, so I'll just send one of those back. Actually, I think I'll send both from over here. So that way when he goes to load up on Den, he can maybe just way overkill it. One of the things you want to do as a player is get him to just overkill something he was already winning. So that's it. Not the most exciting event for me, but it's still better than the alternative. And this is all green, so that counts, and that counts. And there is no doubt in my mind that I'm going subatomic here. I'm doing real good on population right now. I think I want to catch up on the ore track a little. So I'm going to automate that. I'm going to get a person. I'm going to get an ore. I'm going to get a jump 1. And the jump 1 really doesn't matter. I'm about to lose that ship anyway. I'm just going to leave it alone. No, I'll jump 1 out into deep space. Nothing's going to stop him if I do more than 1 anyway. Alright, I would do production, but that stupid event he hit, I skipped my production. His turn. He puts this card in front of me. I am not allowed to jump more than once. I'm going to put this up here so it's more visible while I'm taking action spaces. I can only do 1 jump on the turn, but I can always get rid of it whenever I want. He flips another card. He puts a level 1 ship in deep space. He jumps 2. He's going to move his 2 most powerful ships up onto Den. Surprise, surprise. He's got more than enough power there. He's going to try to do a level 2 blue, and he doesn't qualify for it. He's going to try to do a level 2 red, doesn't qualify. He already has the green 1, so he's going to take the yellow 1. Alright, his turn is complete. We're back to me. Well, I don't have enough stuff to do a level 2 or 3 technology since he had cut off my production last turn. I would have otherwise had enough momentum for it. So instead, I have to decide, do I want to jump my 1 little tiny ship around just to take over that shipyard and have control of it? I do like that shipyard. Or would I rather research one of these other level 1s? I have a couple turns to work with it. Sure, I'm going to come up and do this level 1 here on terraforming. It'll get me... Oh, it'll lose my cube. Don't really want to lose my cube. I have plans for that cube. Those plans have to stay around for a little bit. Instead of a level 1, how about I do the really exciting jump 2? I'm going to jump this guy up to here. I'm only allowed to jump once, so I have stayed within my limits. I will put out a disc. He's never going to try to take over the shipyard, so that's there forever. It's a good idea to do. I'm going to produce 3 ore, so I have options for my next turn. I have everything I need for the level 2 and the level 3 on my next couple actions. His turn. Accelerated operations. He's going to try to colonize, which he can do. So he will get rid of the amount of power required. Everything else will get exiled. He has a colony. He will put a colonization disc on there. That entire thing is done, so now he resolves the next card, which is jump 2. He's trying to go to the top right now. Jump, jump. I guess I have to put out a new system up here. And then +1 doom, hate that. And green level 2. Well, he already has a green level 2. And he doesn't have this, so he doesn't qualify for the other green level 2. Blue level 2 doesn't qualify. Blue level 1, alright, here we go. He has all the level 1s now. And he's about ready to shuffle, so he's going to get much more exciting things going on. if you look at how our techs are distributed, he's looking a lot more like how a player's techs are distributed at this stage of the game. A little bit of 2 and 3, a lot of 1. He's got a little more 1 than most players would, but this is a reasonable condition, in my opinion, of what a person will look like as they're playing aggressively. Alright, my turn. As mentioned, I want to get down these tech routes, but I do have a choice to make. I can take this one down here, or this one up here. Both of them give me valid level 3 routes to go. Since I don't have a blue level 4 except for meta science yet, I'm going to go down here with the blue. Player triggered, I get to automate something. Well, this turn I'm planning to stack up on that, so I'm going to do this one. That was awesome. I love getting an automate out of something like that. And then we're going to reveal blues. Alright. Neither one of them are particularly important to me as far as ways to get forward, but now I have a new alternative way to pay for level 3s. I'm going to make 3 people while I can. That A crate I was too afraid of taking terraforming just to get rid of my crate has now become an extra person since I waited. And my turn is complete. He gets to flip his deck over, shuffle, 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 and what's he going to do? He's going to put a level 1 in deep space. He's going to jump 2. This time he's finally going to turn take over serious. He's getting serious about it now. Put my disc back. Put his control disc out. And then he's going to do a level 2 blue. He has multiple spots that qualify for the level 2 blue. So I'm going to look in my appendix here just to make sure I follow the rules exactly. Totally reasonable. Can he do a level 2? If so, yes. 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 If there are multiple, choose undiscovered. Can't do that. If there are further choices, the player chooses. So I get to pick, and honestly, it's just one of these 2 cards that are both face down to me. This is an inconsequential decision. So I will take this one, and whatever this card is, he'll get. It might have been bad for me, but I wouldn't have known which one was the bad one, which one was the good one. He did his thing. Alright, so next turn he's going to try to colonize, which I don't think he's ready to do, or can he do that top right? Yep, he can do the top right. So he's going to colonize and do a research next turn. Fair enough. He's going to be researching down the yellow path. So I can either stop and get this event before him, or I can keep on my path. I'm honestly not sure which one I want to do. I would have to pay more for the level 2, and I can't afford to do that, so I guess that decision's made for me, isn't it? I'm going to go to psionics. I only have the 2 ore. I'm going to put this guy over here on the level 3. Did I return a guy as a thing? I don't think I did. Started with the ore. And flip. Hyperdrive Sabotage. I may downgrade 3 levels in any way from his things. I can even turn them to 0 and return them. Alright, well I don't want him to be able to colonize, because instead he'll just upgrade some ships. And if I downgrade, I think it was 3 levels. So I can go 1, 2... He's going to upgrade. I must choose ships not in deep space. Well, no matter what, he's going to be able to colonize one of these afterwards. I think I'd rather him colonize this one. So I'm going to do 1 there for my 3rd downgrade. Alright, I have done 3 downgrades with Hyperdrive Sabotage. Pretty solid. And I'm doing blue, not just because that's what I wanted, but because that's the only thing there on my both outgoing techs. I'm really looking for a way to get to a level 4 quickly. That's solid, and that's exactly what I want right now. Quantum data exchange is something that people would normally go for here, and I have to think about it because in terms of the ore production, it's going to be really good for me. It's going to end up getting me like 5 ore right now. But I ultimately need ships, and I ultimately need to colonize. So I'm going to go with planetary scale research. And, am I mean, the other one doesn't actually open up any level 4 tech options for me. This one mostly just gets me a ship right now. Yep, I'm doing it. This becomes a level 2 ship. I'm going to deploy it on my shipyard. And then with my jump 2, I'm going to take over easy Aquarii with both of these ships. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do a jump 2 without returning a ship as a population, and I don't need that right now, so I'm just going to leave my jump 1 instead. Gotta follow my restriction rules as well. And into my turn, I don't have any ore, so I would like that, please. His turn, here it comes. First, he tries to colonize, and he no longer qualifies. Ha ha ha. So he upgrades 2 ships that I want. Well, if I upgrade this one and that one, that's just going to put him able to colonize Sirius. If I upgrade the other one, it'll make him able to do Lacelle. So I have to decide, where do I want him to go? If he colonizes, he's going to aim for that top right again. And he already has ships there, so I'm going to upgrade Sirius. I'm going to upgrade Sirius twice, so that way he'll overpay power. I think that's the best way of abusing the fact that I get to pick. And then level 3 blue. He does not qualify for this spot down here. Level 3 yellow. Does not qualify. Level 2 blue. Well, there's one of those left, so here it is. He's got it now. He's got a new tech card up here. He's going to take a level 1, which he's got them all, so he's just going to get a Doom and attempt to colonize, and then he's going to shuffle level 1 cards back in, which honestly I think I'm okay with that. There should be 1 level 1 card in here, and I'd rather see that card come up than any of these others, so yeah, I'm okay with this. Order came out well for me. My turn. I can't do a level 4 unless I get 3 more ore. And I could go do a level 1 tech to start down this route. Oh, I realized last turn I had talked about doing this slot. I didn't even have terraforming yet. So that was not ever going to be an option for me. I think I want my level 4. I like what it can do for me. So I'm going to come to the pity action. Is anything else piteous enough that I can do it? Nope. I need to have all 3 people, so do that. Get an ore from the action, and then I will produce 3 ore for the end of my turn. Turn complete. His turn. Can't do any level 1s, so he does a Doom Disc. Boo. Colonize. He can totally do that. So he gets a Doom Disc. Boo. And reshuffle level 1 action cards back into the deck. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Alright. That is his turn complete. And we're back to me. Well, as noted, I don't have time to wait for planetary scale research to be more efficient, because I am quite a few colonies off of that. 1, 2, and then the third one just goes on the tech. And then 6 of these ore, all but 1. That's expensive, but let's hope that it's really good. As to the green or the blue, the thing that helps me most in this kind of setup and goal is to go for the green. It'll either give me something along the line of production, control, or ability to colonize cheaply. I'm really looking for the ability to colonize cheaply here. That is not the one I want. Actually, that's the one I want the least in the world. Oh no. 2 greens, the 2 worst greens for me. So either I can merge ships to get people back, and I get in-game scoring for ships, or I ignore the fact that there are no achievements, so that top paragraph doesn't mean anything, and I just get bonuses based on how much automation, or how many discs I'm missing at the end of the game. I'm already at level 5 even production, so this is at least 5 points and doesn't require me not to spend my cubes. So I'm going to take Gigacorpse. It's just pure points, and thus is not giving me the utility of actions I was looking for. The last 3 cards were what I was really looking for in here. because that I wanted and that I wanted. Got the exact wrong flip. It's okay. It happens. Alright. A system, we need a replacement. I have done my... What was it? I have done my level 4 action. There's no achievements to claim. I just get to produce. As it is, I'm about to need more level 1 techs or I can't advance any technology at all. Oops. I accidentally clicked on my board and changed it to a different image. I changed it back to the correct image. It's way too easy to do while trying to change the value of a die. I mean, I have this little thing down here where I normally put my resources, but I like them to stand out versus the background of the thing. It's my own choice. Alright, Anarchist, what are you doing? He's got his mass exodus back. Level 1 in deep space. He's trying to go down to the new A system. He gets to put a Doom disk on there since he's in control of it. As a note, it looks like I never put a disk on Easy Aquarii. Just trying to go too fast on demo purposes and done. Alright, so that was his jump. He needs a level 2 blue. Well, he's already got them both. Level 2 red. Well, there's actually a level 2 red left to do, so here we go. He's going to take this one. He's going to flip the event and Technus under the technology that will be in this slot. So if I want to go to this slot, I'll have to pay more. And since I don't have either of those ones, I really don't care. He's going to have a new action card on top of his deck. Ew, that's going to be mean. He's going to get subatomic fabrication here in a second. It happens. Hard. And since he's not ready to colonize and has no ships to jump, he's actually going to get a Doom disk. Anyway, let's see what his level 2 red tech is, since he came at this from a red command line, is how I know that that's what he needs to do. And turn complete. My turn. Well, I definitely need to keep the research game going since I don't have enough power to colonize. I didn't get cheap colonize, and I don't have any action spaces that make ships effectively. So let's go to probably terraforming. I could guarantee android destroyers gives me big ships, actually. In fact, android destroyers giving me the ability to do 4 ore for 4, that's really nice. I'm going to go down the top route instead of the terraforming route. I'm not going to try to race him to this tech or this event or whatever. I get 1 ore. I upgrade one of my ships by 1 level. And that's my whole turn except for production, which will be 1, 2, 3 ore. His turn, he tries to colonize. He doesn't qualify. He doesn't qualify. He tries to jump one. He has no ships in reserve. So he loses a Doom Disk, which is way worse than this card usually is. He tries to do a level 3 green. There is a level 3 green, and he does have all prerequisites. So he takes subatomic fabrication and puts another awful card on top of his deck. And that's going to give him the ability to do more ships. That's going to be pretty bad. Alright, back to me. I need to get ships and colonies, because I don't win until I have, I believe it's 2 colonies. In-game trigger, 4 systems, 3 systems, and 2 level 2 3s, or 1 level 4 and 2 systems. So yeah, I'm looking for 2 systems to finish my game out. Alright, level 2, pay my 2 ore. Put a guy on Android Destroyer. My rightmost crate becomes a level 3. Thankfully, I can deploy it right up here. I get no jumps with that, so I'm basically done here. I want more ore, so that way I can take the Android Destroyer action next turn. Turn complete. He is going to try to colonize. He doesn't qualify. He's going to try to jump. He doesn't qualify, so he's going to get a level 2 ship in deep space. Yay. On each system and in deep space, upgrade an anarchist ship by 1 if possible. 1 of them. Alright, so this is colonized ready. That's almost there, and that's it. Did it say and in deep space? On each system and in deep space. So yeah, he gets this to a 3 as well. His power went up. He has system, so no doom. My turn. I am going to, as announced, use my Android Destroyer action to pay 4 ore and turn this into a level 4 ship. I get 3 jumps out of this. And I think I want Glees. He's going to fight for the top right. Or I can get Easy Aquarius. Easy Aquarius comes with 1 jump. Yep, that's fine. So I'm going to go jump 1. I can get more jumps if I want to send this card back to him. I don't actually think it's going to benefit me since I don't take control of Glees right now. If I did it, if I don't have that ship to join it, there's nothing left to do. So I'm just going to forfeit my other jumps and stay within my hyperspace blockade requirement. And then for my production, I can either have 3 ore, or I can have 1 crate. If I want to colonize, I'm going to need enough ore to play for the Terraforming Guild, so I'll take 3 ore. His turn, he's going to jump 2. He's got a ship, so that qualifies. He has jumped it. Then he gets +1 doom. Uh-oh, I'm getting close. He tries to do a level 2 green. There are none left for him to do. Oh, there is. He doesn't care what the technology is. He cares what the technology slot is. Let me clone a few more pieces here. So the fact that there is an incoming green arrow... Oh, he has that too. Spoke too soon. Level 2 blue, did it. Level 1, level 1. Literally nothing he can do with that bottom line, which I guess is fair because he increased the doom way too much on me. Time for me to get that colony rolling. Terraforming Guild. Level 4. Goes back. I was really hoping he was going to colonize Glees and get out of there, but he didn't. Pay my person. Pay my ships. Not quite enough ships, but you know, yeah. Easy Aquarii. Put another disc on it. I get to turn a crate into a person and put it on a level 2, ignoring prereqs. It does have to be visible, so the only one that qualifies for is outer sector. I do get my crate to a level 2 ship and a jump 1. And the chances are very good that I'm going to just jump onto this new system over here. I really wanted him off of here so I could get ready to colonize again. I don't actually have a colonize action. I'm not sure why I was quite so excited for it. But I put another plant disc on here. I get an ore for doing that. And then I get to produce either a person or 4 ore. Any which way it goes, I just need to move my ships around a little. So I'm going to take the person. And I am currently done. His turn. +1 doom. Oh no, draw the next card. I probably lose right here. Colonize. So it doesn't actually matter which colony he does. It puts the final doom disc and I'm done and ready to count. So let's go through the counting. Game ends immediately when the last doom disc comes off. Alright, in-game scoring. Calculate the victory points for both of them using the regular rules. However, systems are only 5 points for the anarchist. We don't care about what the system actually says. I could have got a bonus if I had been the one to trigger the end of the game. I could have gotten a really big bonus if I ended in the game with Empire system control. So as it is, my player side over here, I have 3 level 1s. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level 2s. I have 2 level 3s for 6. My Gigacorp, I managed to make it out to 6 average, and it doesn't round up to the 7th. The average level round down, yep. For my system control, I have a 4-pointer. For my automation track, I got the full 7 for that. Control on the in-game board, I have Kruger, the top system, and Soul. Soul's technically a second category, but I'm going to get it anyway. And then events. Are there any event cards I have that have point bonuses around here? I don't have any in front of me. I don't have any set to the side, so nothing for events. There are no achievements in Beyond the Sun official solo. So I am ready to tally this up. 3 and 10 is 13, 19, 25, 29, 36, and 39. And then on the AI side, it has all the level 1s. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level 2s. We have the same level 2s actually. It has 2 level 3s. It has no level 4. It has no automation track to score. It has 3 systems for a flat 15. It has control of 1 location on the final board. It has no events giving it any bonus scoring. And no achievements, no events, nothing like that. We're done here. So its score is 14, 20, 35, 36. So I have managed to defeat it, but only with the 0 to 7 threshold. My score was 3 here. It's low scoring for me, but he ended the game just a little quick. If I'd have gotten that extra system, I did need 2 turns. I needed a turn to get get the ship in position, and then a turn to do Terraforming Guild, and then I would have triggered the end of the game on my turns. If I had had that, it would have given me the extra 6 points for the colony and the extra 4 points for triggering the end. So it was worth a 10-point swing to me if I had been the one to trigger it. Even a 10-point swing at about 13 or so, he probably would have gained a few points. So plus 10, I would have got to the almost crushing category of 8 to 15. But order of operations on shuffling these cards. How many cards did he have left at the end? Go back to this mode. He had 2 cards left, and of the 4 cards he started with, if this one wasn't on top, I would have survived any of these, and I would have survived any of these except for this on the turn afterwards. So if this was not in the top 2 cards, I would have won. Since it was, I managed to win by a narrow margin. People say that this is a really difficult solo mode, and I would agree. We've made it give you a race and a run for your money, but it's certainly not insurmountable or unbeatable or anything. Hopefully that helps you see what you're looking for in the solo mode and how it works. Setup's a lot quicker with just 6 cards for the events and the deck that go in each of these slots. It does have you fish out a couple of... one of the texts doesn't make sense using action spaces he's on, since he doesn't take them. So we take that out of the deck. There's just a small amount of calling, not very much at all. A couple of systems with the same thing that have you give bonuses for where he is, and he doesn't track anything. That is it. I hope this has been helpful for you.